Chelsea's cup win over Brighton in midweek was so very much needed. 3 league points against Fulham tonight. Arguably needed far, far more. Curiously, having seen 6 games at the Bridge already this season, now it's time for a couple on the road. This one only just down the road, actually. It's Monday night at the neighbour's house, and the Blues are desperate to pinch something to take home. It will not be easy for 2 reasons. Nothing is at the moment for this still developing Chelsea side, and Fulham have had a pretty strong start themselves. We've seen plenty of them lately, and most of these names are regulars, but there are a couple of new boys starting. Timothy Castagna from relegated Leicester, Raul Jimenez from Wolves, one change only from Marco Silva, with Harry Wilson coming in for De Cordova-Reid. And yes, there is a Willian on the other side of the attack. Well, 8 Blues had started all the Premier League games before tonight. That number had to decrease by at least a couple because of suspension. Gusto for the red card against Villa, Jackson for a turbo 5 cautions. On top of that, out of choice, Sterling is out and Palmer is in. Cucurella's into a reshuffled defence, and it's Armando Broja starting at centre forward. Mykhailo Mudryk starts for the 4th straight game, and that ought to be good for his confidence. This has fallen kindly for Broja. Big chance. Half empty net. Oh, and he skied it. The flag's got up anyway. I thought it might have done. He'll breathe a big sigh of relief.
It took an absolute age to get his strike away. I thought when the ball was almost presented to him, he strode onto it. In the end, he's got 3 Fulham players to beat on the line, unable to find the net.
There's a touch for Robert Sanchez. Don't think we've had one of those yet. Palmer. Great awareness again. Growing into this Chelsea side, I think Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez has definitely done that already. This is Mudryk again, and it's promising. Got hold of it, all right. Like Broja earlier, couldn't keep it down.
Brilliant once more from Cole Palmer. That's a bit like David Ginola, isn't it, receiving it and then shifting one way with his back to play. Robertson couldn't live with him. Fernandez does really well driving into the space and then didn't get the curl on it.
Colwell got there. Oh, what a ball into Mudryk. Is this his moment? Yes, it is! A huge moment for him, for his team. Mykhailo Mudryk's first Chelsea goal, and it's a big one. It puts the Blues in front of the Cottage. Watch the weight disappear off those shoulders. Brilliantly made. Credit to Colwell. And how big a deal might that be for him, Sam?
That's a huge moment. It's 2 brilliant passes, actually. As the play builds on the right-hand side. And that from Caicedo, it looks simple, but it just says to Levi Colwell, you get on your bike, you play forward, and then it's just whether he can produce the pass. It takes Diop out, and Mudryk, because the play's disjointed, because it's come from a set piece, he finds himself in the centre-forward's position. He's out of that space, he's vacated that left-hand side, in between the goal sticks, and that's a really good finish as well. That's easy to get wrong.
Cannot overestimate the big moment that could be for him, and it's gifted here to Palmer. Broja for 2! Calamity! Might even be an own goal, doesn't matter. 2 in a couple of minutes, a nightmare for Ream and co.
Two mistakes, isn't it? The second one, slightly unfortunate. Tim Ream, I think, the guilty party who gives the ball away. And I tell you what, Cole Palmer doesn't quite find his intended target, but I think it's the right ball again. A really clever pass. It's Tim Ream, sloppy, trying to play into Pereira, and it's Ream off Broja into the goal, knows nothing about it whatsoever. And he flicks it towards Broja. And it's diverted into the net. What, a minute or so?
Given away by Diop this time. What a pass that is. Palmer for 3. Enzo Fernandez. That's a shame. Could have buried them in half an hour here. Should have done.
Yeah, I thought Broja was going to be the pass, but he didn't really set off like maybe I anticipated. That's a phenomenal pass, and then the first mistake in 28 minutes from Palmer, but it nearly doesn't matter. Falls beautifully for Fernandez, and he's got to do better than that, hasn't he?
Pereira with the latest corner, and Fulham have an effort. It's taken until 40 minutes are on the clock. He is very good in the air, we all know that.
Yeah, still not got his goal, but he's been quite tidy in this first half. Ball's into him, Cucurella there. I mean, he's not looking at the ball per se, he's just got hold of Tim Ream, but it's enough, isn't it, to keep him away from the ball.
You know, the home fans now, and they're moaning because Fulham aren't getting on with it in these final first half seconds. That was awkward for Thiago Silva, and a ricochet in that box now. That could easily have gone the other way, and that is the fine margins of football, right? That could have bounced for Jimenez like it did for Broja.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it, to take that in your stride there. Jimenez, it comes at him so quickly off the head of Thiago Silva.
Oh, Levi Colwell's passed to himself brilliantly. Never seen that manoeuvre before. It's almost like Pele when he went round the keeper. That is Broja to the byline. Nearly 3 right on half-time. What an extraordinary goal that would have been. Robinson definitely getting forward more already. That's a good ball for Iwobi. That's a noticeable thing, isn't it? Anthony Robinson's been forward more in this second half than he was in the whole of the first.
Yeah, it's a really good delivery as well. I'm surprised Iwobi doesn't head that. He's on the stretch a little.
Card is out for Vinicius. Thiago Silva. Ooh, that's a glare and a half, isn't it? That's a proper Paddington stare. Bop on the back of the head with the left arm. What's he doing up there?
Don't think he appreciates the little shove either when he's on the deck. It's clumsy, isn't it?
I mean, what sort of challenge is that? Still hasn't made a save. He might have something to do here. Reed into Vinicius. It's a tall stretch, that one.
Yeah, comes straight at him as well. So he's coming from a standing jump. Slightly behind him, in fact, from Harrison Reed. It's a decent ball in. Up early.
Oh, Sanchez, you lucky boy. Goodness sake, don't give them away back in. They haven't threatened him at all tonight. Heart in mouth as Gallagher finds Broja. He's gone where the traffic is. He's used his body well. Gallagher again. Matchday off the post. Enzo Fernandez. Brilliant stuff from Leno. We've barely seen a save tonight. Almost a gift for 2-1 at one end, and almost a counter for 3-0 at the other.
That's brilliant from Gallagher and Broja. This is just fantastic play from the centre forward. Just so secure in possession. Nice little pass that nearly gets returned to him. Martin will see that over and over tonight, let me tell you. Opens up his body beautifully. And then Enzo's touch is supreme. If anyone could just dink that, just stun it into the roof of the net, it's him.
Kenny! Big stop from Sanchez, anywhere but there. And it's 2-1. Tom Clancy just slid it through.
Yeah, it's amazing play, isn't it? It's exactly what Cole Palmer did for for Nicholas Jackson's goal against Brighton. The little nutmeg, it's the only route to his teammate. Lukic, I think it is, arriving.
Team Poch leapfrogged the neighbours. A much-needed result for him and his players and the fans, with the bonus of a performance really genuinely full of positives here. Fulham weren't in this. 2 goals in 82 lovely seconds before the break certainly helped. Great individual moments with a great team effect for both Broja there and Mykhailo Mudryk. It has been a really good week for the Blues. Back-to-back wins, so Planet Chelsea feels like a rather sunnier place to be. Fulham 0, Chelsea 2.